are watching or listening to Jade Emerald Green. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow so that you are staying connected with the daily content arrivals that are made just for you. Thank you. Good morning. Today is Monday, June 30th, 2025. This is your daily collective tarot and oracle reading on Jade Emerald Green. Let me adjust this really quickly so I can. Okay, tight. So yeah, we're gonna hop right into it. I will be releasing. Well, it's actually technically already released here. The Substack article. It is my first on the July 2025 monthly read and forecast. Yeah, I think that, I don't know, I feel like there's a seatbelt that we should have while walking, or like be bubble boy. I don't fucking know. It's getting wild. We have 4 of the planets going retrograde. What is it? We got Neptune, we have Mercury, Saturn, also Chiron is going retrograde. Not necessarily in that order, I'm just looking up at my forecast board. On top of that, we have Uranus and Gemini. So, like, enjoy the calm while you can. It's going to get crazy. Also good, there's also going to be some great things, but it's definitely... Like, there was, like, hot girl summer, however many years ago that was. Now it's gonna be, like, what the fuck, bitch summer. So, yeah. I took my Numite, actually, out. I have some raw Numite, and I have, like, this tumbled piece right here. One of the oldest minerals in the world. Actually, I brought out my Numite the other day when I was talking about karma. One of the oldest minerals in the world, definitely... a lot of the black crystals deal with protection, deal with, you know, like security against negativity. It's really great grounding crystals. And I kind of just, waking up, it's been, like I said, my friend passed, so it's been a day of mourning, so it's been a lot going on. So yeah, I just kind of want to get into it. One thing I'll say, if you're like paying closer attention to the cards, you'll notice I flipped 1 or 2 over specifically already, only because, like, when I was putting them all down, and I felt it's the spotlight's back again. Like, look, we had a day off with it, and then 3 days in a row prior to that, we had the spotlight. Well, the spotlight came back, and it's to the point where now I just could feel the card. The card's not bent or anything, but I could just feel the card. And I was just like, wait, is this shit back? So, and then I looked, and I was like, oh, this shit's back. So what I did for the spotlight, I did pull a clarifier card to get a better understanding of, like, okay, what are we still needing from this aspect here? So yeah, otherwise, let's get into it. Okay. So if this is your first time at this channel here, I do a situation, action, outcome spread, which is usually a 3-card spread, but we've expanded it and stylized it. Oh my gosh, I have have a lot of feelings of familiarity with this thread here. Okay, and something surprising coming about. So yes, situation, action, outcome, expanded and stylized. You'll hear and you'll understand, you'll get the hang of it when I just get into the questions themselves. But I do pull for both the tarot. I've been leaning on the Pulp Tarot deck lately. I like its imagery. Okay, and yeah, I get a lot coming from this today. All right. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I do that a style of tarot spread followed by an analyzing the pools, you know, for the oracle decks. As you work from 7 to 8 decks total. So yes, and before I forget, let me make sure I put the timing deck in here. Okay. Okay. Let's get into it. So for our situation card, the way we ask about it is, what the fuck are we doing here? We have the Eight of Pentacles, the hard work card. Like, you know, it is the card of like, okay, I'm gonna get shit done. I'm gonna do it well. You know, anybody who's down with me, we can get this work done too. So, I know this lighting here is not the best as far as for showing imagery on a card, but it makes me feel good. And I'll take a picture of this, of course, when it's all said and done. So, yes, we have the Eight of Pentacles here. Work, I mean, there's generally nothing wrong with working, and this is kind of where I consider the higher octane of the Pentacles to begin, from 8 on to the King. The Pentacle suit is my favorite one, as obviously I'm an earth sign. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, all represented through the Pentacles. But also, it's just good to like know that you can support yourself without any sort of means, you know, or you know, needing anybody else. Basically, you independent woman, independent person, whatever. You know, it feels good. The flip side of the Eight of Pentacles is using work as a means to avoid things that also perhaps require your attention, perhaps more so than the everyday monotony. Like sometimes we don't have a good work-life balance. You know, we don't have a good grip on our boundaries at work. Sometimes our boss will ask us to stay longer, and we will stay longer, knowing damn well we had a date, knowing damn well we had something else to do. So it's just like, you know, like this is a great card, but with everything, as with everything, use it in moderation. But know that if you have a healthy relationship with this concept conveyed within the Eight of Pentacles, that is in essence a good situation. And one of these oracle cards, one of these days, it may come up with the laughter is like a good day's worth of work is like the best remedy, you know, against like BS or something like that. I'm paraphrasing majorly, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, that is our situation. That's what the fuck we're doing here. Now, what the fuck are we supposed to do about it? Climb up on that ladder, man. Higher octane. Page of Pentacles is my favorite page, of course, reasons already mentioned. We need to make sure that we are setting our goals and setting the steps that we're going to take to manifest those goals. There's no point in working hard if you don't have a goal to achieve. Because then that way you're just like using energy. Maybe you get some money for it, but like, you know, you still have to have like your purpose and the purview of like why you're working so fucking hard. So yeah, like Page of Pentacles is great. She's like classy, she's fancy, she's polished. Like, be like the Page of Pentacles. Like, she's not here to play. I'm sorry, I just had to look at the cane for a little bit. Like, I was trying to make sure it wasn't like a golf club. I was like, okay, you're a little bit too fancy, but no. Yes, you know, be like the Page of Pentacles. Do not. And this is where the fuckery is today. That's our third question. Where's the fuckery? Look, it's the Five of Wands, y'all. The squabble card. The card of like conflict. conflict don't pay the bills. Period. Like, conflict doesn't pay the bills. Conflict, unless it's something that's strategic or something that is like a constructive conflict, doesn't assist with you getting to your goals. You know, like, you have to prioritize your vision and your mission over being right sometimes. You know, you gotta prioritize your peace over being right. You get what I'm saying? Because the price of being right sometimes is your peace. Because some of these people just don't want you to be right. They want to be right. Like, some people don't want you to be, they don't understand you. They only want to be understood. They only want to be understood. And you can't, what the fuck can you do with that? What the fuck can you do with that? I used to be the type of motherfucker, let me tell you this. I used to be the type of person that would have to constantly feel like, okay, I gotta explain. No, this if only I explain it this way or try to meet them where they are, you know, it'll be fine. These niggas don't give a fuck about you. Like, they all, like, if it ain't serving them and their purpose, and usually if it's like, you know, a good indicator of someone who has a higher purpose, is one who does try to over-explain or does try to, you know, and not like trying to smooth shit over, but in a genuine effort of having mutual understanding and fostering mutual understanding. These people are not made like that all the time. So why are you wasting your energy? Choose peace. Be like bitch ass John Lennon that we see. He's come up a time or two in the previous readings. Like, yeah, you gotta choose peace though. Like, you have to choose peace because nobody's gonna make things peaceful for you but you. Like, period. And some people don't even want you to have that. So the best thing you can do is stay grounded in yourself. Stay alive. When these niggas want you to fall over and die, stay alive forever. Like, and choose peace. So now we get into our outcome portion of the reading here, and we have our what happens when we do what we're supposed to do. We level up. Look at this level up. Look at this level up. Look at this level up. And I'm gonna tell you something real quick too. Yes. Look, you work hard, right? You set your goals, right? You start getting glamorous because you start seeing something in you, you know. And don't forget about the Nine of Pentacles. I know she ain't get pulled today, but girl, she is glamorous. So don't forget that step too. I'm gonna throw her in there, but you go from working hard. You working hard as a painter, or you working hella hard as a model, and then you got your goals set. Okay, we gonna achieve them, knock them out, make them little manageable goals. Boom, boom, boom. You the queen now. You the motherfucking queen now. Look. This is you. This is us. Collective. This is us. This could be us. For real. Don't cheat yourself out of being the queen now. Don't cheat yourself out of being the greater person that you are meant to be. And I'm not talking about bigger person. I'm not saying like in the face of conflict, be the bigger person. I mean, that's ideal. Yes, you want to choose peace, but fuck these people. Like, seriously. You have to choose yourself in a way that's going to allow you to level up, so in the most straightforward way. Like, if you a simple motherfucker, be a simple motherfucker. There is strength in being a simple person, okay? Some people want everything in the motherfucking world, and that's their problem. They greedy. But you don't gotta do all that. Just know what's for you, and everything will align. That's why I love the higher octane pentacles. I'll circle back around on that, but you know, where the fuckery is in the Five of Wands, we have to say, and this is, I think, a first for me today on here. What the fuck, fuckery? Now, if you've been paying attention, you know I have a tendency to not read reverse cards. We talk about shadow sides all the time, whether, when cards are upright, you don't necessarily need to read things in reverse to get the read from it if you have the alignment with spirit and you are very precise in your questioning. But today is an interesting way. The imagery, sometimes the imagery is just needed. Now, once again, this is our where's the fuckery? This is where the fuckery is. That's that conflict, right? We said don't do that. Don't do that, right? There's a reason for that. It'll get you stuck. Now, let's flip this over. All right? When we are in the wands, the Eight of Wands, to be more specific, this is a card that is telling us that shit's about to move fast. Hold your horses, because they're about to move fast. But this shit, in reverse, that shit is up and it's stuck, nigga. Like, it's not gonna help you. You gonna get stuck in the motherfucking conflict. That wasn't necessary. You get what I'm saying? So move forward with your life. Move forward, choose peace, choose your goals, choose you, choose your betterment, choose the pentacles. Be a fine ass, higher octane, pentacle ass motherfucker, because this is not where you wanna be. This is not where you wanna be unless you're a motherfucking wrestler and you better be getting paid for it. Okay? Don't do that. Alright. Because it's ultimately about rebirth. Yes, death, I see what the name, but like, things have to go for new things to come in. Yes, you're going to have to let go of that shitty friend group that didn't treat you like shit, even though that you were very, generally pretty, solid with them. Not everybody perfect, but if you pure, you pure, and you pure. And not everybody can deal with that. Like, and that's a very specific example. And there's a reason for that. And motherfuckers that know, fucking know. Yes, you all know this. Like, death is also not the opposite of life. It is part of the cycle of life, but it is not the opposite of life. Okay? Maybe it's the opposite of birth, but birth is also part of the cycle of life. Life is just the name of a cycle that we all go through. Birth, aging, sickness, and death. And yes, that is a Buddhist concept in the way that I'm wording it. But also, like, side note, y'all like how I just be on here just any old kind of way. I don't be caring. Right now, your girl's going through some things. We're prioritizing business over looks right now. So when the money come back around for looks, your girl be laid out. But until then, you gonna get me how you got me. Point is that I got this card in my hand. Rebirth is on the way. Like, you don't need nothing. You don't need to worry about nothing. Once you have a solid relationship with death, like, you're not afraid of death in any of its forms. You know your mission, your purpose, and if you really grounded, you know that your purpose here is to do, create the resolution to the cycles of karma that are within your ancestral lineage, and move the fuck on. Get off of ghetto ass earth, okay? So that's all we need to do. And don't let these bitches try to keep you on earth for another lifetime, because it's not worth it. Like, learn what you need to learn and move on, please. But also, like, rebirth is like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful because that's bringing us back over, to the full territory. So we get to la 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 all over again, right? But now we do it in a way where we know, like, what's coming and things get better. So, okay. That is our tarot read for today. That was very exciting. And like I said, I have to find the picture, but I have a reason why I was very passionate about that read. All my reads, but that specifically, I got really excited. Okay, so moving on to the Prism oracles, we have flow and movement. So things are moving, things are flowing. We have to, like, let shit flow. Make sure you're not going upstream when the current is going downstream, okay? Make sure you're moving right, left, not left, right, left, right. Make sure you got some rhythm about you. You get what I'm saying? You have to These are good cards to have. This is like, okay, things are in motion. You got some motion going about you, collective. We got some motion going about us. And that's really all I got to say about that. We got Princess Di kind of circling back all around the block, you know? Family and children are the most important things. Like, I had this really great experience over the weekend where I got to DJ with my cousin, right? It's funny because like his dad and our uncle both DJs. Also my mom's side DJ Funk, my cousin DJ, me DJ. Like, and I kind of had to explain to somebody like who didn't really know like the history of that, like, because they're trying to talk to me in a certain way. Like, they're trying to be helpful, but they don't know. So it's coming off kind of like, you kind of a little bit talking down. But I know you mean well. It's okay. But I had to let them know like that. Like, yo, like, DJ's been in our family, you know? And so it was just a great event. Like, and got to see people I hadn't seen in quite a bit. And, like, it was great. It was great. And it just made me realize, I'm like, you know, there's so many reasons why I feel like my soul had to come back this way to the Midwest, but family is the number one reason. It was crazy. You know, pay attention to your dreams, though, too. Pay attention to your motherfucking dreams, because your subconscious be trying to tell you so much shit, and if you just listen, it'll be there for you, so you can potentially save yourself some time. Or if you're hard-headed like me, you try to figure it out, and then it's what I'm learning now. It's just like, oh no, less is more. Like, don't be trying to finesse, or don't be trying to you know, don't be trying to be slick with spirit. Like, oh well, you know, and when I say be slick, being like, okay, I'm grounded. I'm not letting the like more challenging aspects of my dreams like get to me. But don't be like, oh well, if I just do things this way, things won't happen. Things gonna happen. Things. If you get that download, that's because something needs to happen. But you can still move out the fucking way. So let that shit happen without you. Stop trying to help all the goddamn time. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. Let the motherfuckers learn the hard way. But back to Princess Diana. We all know she was loved. And she was hated because she was loved. Come on, fam. Motherfuckers be trying to set you up for the okadoke. And what you do? Be human? Okay. So, yeah, I mean, family and children are the most important thing. Like, yeah, I think about those who, you know, look up to me as mom and things like that. I have no like children, like birth kids, but it's really like I'm proud of all of them. Like, they all, you know, got their own thing going, and yeah, I mean, I could be nothing other than proud of them, especially considering how crazy everything was with all of us. Like, and dealing with, I'm talking about my ex right now, and I might be putting a little bit too much out there, but right now it's okay. I'm feeling this read today. I think I had enough. I think that's what it was. I think I had enough. But yeah, like, well, we all went through her, and just being like, okay, we had to, you know, we had to heal ourselves. Some of us may have had a little bit of therapy, some of us may not have, you know, but it's like, we had to find a way through her and find a way to be happy without, because some people, you know, some people get RIP'd, and then some people you gotta be like, yo, the funeral's happening today. I know you're still breathing, but we having a funeral over here for you today. And that's what it is, you know. Although, like, I mean, I've had that moment, and I'm technically cordial with my ex, or that specific ex. Like, you know, you kind of just you live and you learn. And yeah, you can't just let people treat you any old kind of way, because it's just I guess that's what I've been realizing. The greater thing from even before I even left the house, homie, like when you shine bright, motherfuckers don't know how to handle that shit. It really fucks with people. Oh hell, yo. I'm gonna post the link to this song, and I don't know if you can hear it or not, and I prefer that you not hear it at full volume because I'm not trying to get a copyright ding. But like this Saturn Return song by Yaya Bay, fire, relevant and fire. So yeah, I fucks with Princess Di. Don't let these motherfuckers hate on you just for shining and being you. Don't let motherfuckers take your imperfections and things, you know, your aspects of being human and try to distort that into you being malicious or you trying to, you know, like don't let motherfuckers try to turn you into the motherfucking tabloids. You get what I'm saying? Do not. You're a queen now, so when in doubt, choose peace. Alrighty, so moving on here, our what's the tea is that's just, let me bring this back up again. Like, yeah, niggas more fucking fight you. Collective, what are you doing? What's the tea today? Forcer forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. The patriarchy is at motherfucking work today. Like, I can't with this energy, y'all. Whoever got the boxing gloves and is ready to try to swing on you is gonna miss. They gonna think they landed because they think they got something on you, but they gonna miss, and because when people operate off of emotion, they miss things. So, you know, don't be in this energy. Yes, wand suit is, I fuck with the wands in general because you gotta have that spark, you gotta have creativity, you gotta have that fire. But it's like the same time when somebody's like too fiery, too ready to pop off, they can misfire, or worse, they can shoot into the crowd and hit somebody could catch a straight. They had nothing to do with the situation, but because they wasn't motherfucking thinking. You get what I'm saying? It happens all the time. It's like, what is it here that people really want? You know? And also, don't force your way on the shit. Like, don't let things flow. Like, this is what it's. Things are emotion. Things are a movement. You ain't gotta make fetch happen. You ain't gotta make fetch happen at all, Gretchen. You know, like, just let things flow in their natural course of things. Let people do the stupid shit that they do. Just be smart. Just work hard. Focus on, you know, you want a Maserati? You better work, bitch. Like, you know, like, it's giving that time. And that's the season. I mean, because we're coming into July, and I believe, yes, that concept came about in the monthly report. So yeah, just be looking on the lookout for that. I wanted to make sure it was like thorough, so I did it in pieces, so there's not a video for it, but I hope that next month I can make a video for the breakdown here. Okay, we're at 28 minutes. Okay, so moving on to the shit I was telling you about before. I don't know why. I promise you, this must be like what the Broken Mirrors is all about. Like, it'll keep playing the same card to get it. But now we got something to companion. So I did add an extra card today. So yes, we know. Yes, this is Spotlight. Yes, it's about limelight, audience, being self-absorbed potentially if it's in the shadow side. Yes, we all know that. But now we have a clarifier. We got some unfinished business. Now, unfinished business in this case is referring to proposal, forgiveness, and reconciliation. And it has a picture of what I presume to be a woman with her hands held up to the sky. Al-Fatiha in the kitchen and shit. So, like, think that this is good, potentially. Like, somebody know they're fucking up and they need to make things right. Will they? Is the question. Will they make things right? Is the question, because, I mean, it's the right thing to do, right? Right. Do the right thing, y'all. You know, like, don't, you know, and I feel like the reason why I've been doing crazy thing, because this had been a plan to do like daily collective reads. Shout out to Kai Patra, OG astrologer, does like the weekly like Pele report. I fucks with Kai Patra reports a lot. Hippie ass white dude, but like I fucks with him, right? But you know, the reason why I started doing this, decided to do it, at least starting off daily. I'm gonna keep going until I'm like, maybe weekly's better, but I feel like daily and monthly is cool because it offers a real chance to check in. Now, I mean, doing this over like 35 minutes when it's only 24 hours in a day is a whole nother thing, but there's always something to learn. And I'm the type of person where I don't want to just scan over shit. But you already knew that though. Yeah. Sometimes people prolong their gaze at you, whether you realize it's in person, they just like, they're focusing on you, whether it's online or whatever the fuck, like, because like, motherfuckers know what they do and be wrong and shit. Motherfuckers know what they do be wrong. And I don't know, like this was my plan to do these reads anyway, but it's also coinciding with some personal things, and so it's cathartic for me to be able to understand that, but I know that I'm not the only person that goes through that, because the people who I've interacted with regard to this daily readings, like, no, they're going through this shit too. So it's like, yeah, I gotta keep going. I can't let my personal shit get in the way with like reading authentically. You get what I'm saying? I guess that's all I have to say about that. People, you know, should probably do the right thing instead of, and I think that's perhaps like why we're having like this kind of split between all this like motion, and then like motion. Okay, sorry, I had to sing that. If you're from the middle, you know, so we have all of this, right? And then we have, you know, I can't put, I only got two hands, man. But we have all of this versus, you know, I'll just switch, you know, all of this. You get what I'm saying? Like it kind of can go either way. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can see the forward movement going with no stop, or we could kind of see motherfuckers, you know, or ourselves kind of like getting caught up in the mess. And it's just important that you know where you're going. And it's also important because hard work is our situation. That's what the fuck we're doing here. That you don't get burnt out, so that, you know, you go from being in motion to being stuck. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm taking from that. Yeah, anytime, and look, the next time Spotlight come out, I'm just pulling a clarifier. Because you gotta tell me what you mean when you say that. Alright, so Dark Confessions time. I have karmic debts that need to be paid before I can come back to you. Ooh. Okay, so, you know, please always keep in mind that any of these card pulls, they could be you. You know, it could be somebody else, but it also could be you. Or it could be both in different ways. You get what I'm saying? We all got karmic debts that we need to pay. And I already went through the whole definition of karma the other day. Go find it. It was 2 days ago. About 24 minutes in, 2 days ago. Yeah. This is important to have an understanding of. Is like, what are your karmic debts? Are you creating karmic debts as we speak? You know, like, everything comes around in full circle. That's what karma does, you know, come around in full circle. How big that circle is, how long it takes is a whole nother situation. But, you know, everybody's trying to find their center. I think that's ultimately at the end of the day what all of this is all about, whether you're in conflict, a necessary conflict, whether you're in motion, good motion, bad motion. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's all about, okay, I'm just trying to repay this. I'm trying to get back to where I need to be, and it doesn't need to be to a certain, you're not trying to necessarily get back to a certain person. Perhaps you're trying to get back to the way things used to be with yourself. Maybe you had a level of like confidence that you don't currently, or, you know, I don't know, I'm just like coming up with possibilities, because this, based off of what the rest of our reads are, it's really important to question, okay, what is my karmic deck? Some people don't have the awareness of like having a karmic deck. Some people just do reckless shit and just think, okay, well, whatever, and you know, and like they're like destruction artists, like Joker or Holly Girl, you know, like be cognizant of what your karmic debt is. A great example of karmic debt that everyone has, whether they have a great relationship or not, is to their parents for their life. Yes. Does that mean that we let them walk all over us? No. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that everyone, for being alive, for being able to do the things that you're able to do now, right? The goals that you're able to set, knowing the person you do and don't want to become, is all because of your parents. Like, all because of your parents. So, yeah, like I feel like this is, I was meant to do this spread on this particular day for a particular reason. So yeah, and we have our angels connections. You may find yourself inspired to look up at the clouds overhead. There it is, an angel in all its glory watching over you. So yeah, just know that you are protected. Know that you are protected. You know what song I played the other day was yeah, sorry, I just want to make sure it's clear for y'all to see that. Know That You Are Loved by Cleo Soul. It is a sadder song. All of her songs are pretty slow, so that, you know, she got happy slow and sad slow. That's more of a sad slow song. But it's a beautiful song, and it's like I have someone who I wish I could play it for, and I, you know, R.I.P. But the lyrics basically go like, know that you are loved even if you don't love yourself. Like, it's very powerful song. I think that's off the Mother album too, so shout out Princess Di again. So yeah, I don't know, you just kind of have to just know that there's people in this world that you will remain in debt to forever. Like, even if it feels like, okay, I bought my mom a house, I bought my mom a car. Like, no, you will never, there's some people you will never, like, be able to repay your debt to, because you couldn't have done all that because they gave you life. And also the people who saved your life while you're in life. You get what I'm saying? Or your life as you know it. Like, it's not the same level, not by any means. But, like, there are just people in this world who will come through at a time when it feels like nothing is for you. And those are the people you gotta be thankful for, because, you know, mental health, even with all the language, even with all the stuff that is present now, it's still not enough. Like, we need the most adequate mental health care possible. People need to be able to have that, so that, you know, so that things, that the message is clear and it's not distorted. So that we're not antagonizing each other, so that we're not missing and being so caught up in tunnel vision we don't see when the next person's suffering and when they need help and we need to tag in. We need to have more adequate mental health, and we need to have more adequate spiritual health. Like, what are you doing? What is your spiritual practice on a daily basis? Like, this is part of mine. Part. Not the full thing, not the only thing. Without having a solid spiritual practice, you don't got shit. Even if you're an atheist, like, just being an atheist in repetition does wonders. You get what I'm saying? Even if you're just like, okay, I learned about this new thing today, or I learned about this practice today, and I doubt it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Just doing something, having a routine, you know, like, your routine could be your spiritual practice. You know, beyond just like, okay, I need to use this for practical purposes. But yeah. Okay, so motion, hard work, family, conflict, force versus reconciliation. What is the question to ask about today? I guess with all this higher octane Pentacles, I'm gonna go with that because this is the first time it's coming out in this way so pristinely for the collective, but I've actually seen a read like this before. It was, hey, do this. Go to Spotify and go search Tenacity That DJ. TYNACITY That DJ. I made a playlist back in March called Affirmation. Like, affirmation. Like, create an affirmation for yourself and mention it to a friend. Like, pay it for it, basically. The cover of that is a spread I did after I had an astral travel experience, out-of-body experience, if you will. And that was like my post-OBE experience analysis. So, yes. When will the pentacles on the cards be the pentacles in life? When will the pentacles on the cards be the pentacles in life? Now, I mind you, like, timing oracle is always, I always consider it to be experimental because it's the most overtly predictive decks. And while I do have a higher sense of intuition, not necessarily compared to anybody else, but in this particular moment, I try to err away from, like, considering myself a psychic. It's all about possibility. Anything and everything is subject to change. But, yes. When will the pentacles on the card start looking like the pentacles of our lives? I do need to do my hair, though. Look, you gotta tell me. I know. I already know. Ooh. Okay, we gotta get through. We have to get through July. This ain't talk about today now. The month over. This is just a courtesy day. We're in July now. By the end of the month. Okay. We gotta give these things some time. Anyway. Right? So that's fine. I mean, the pentacles on the cards will start looking like the pentacles in life by the end of July. Okay, we'll see. You know, we'll see how that turns out for us. You know? July gonna be crazy now. I'm telling you. But like I said, just keep working hard. Set your goals and be royalty. Be the queen. Be the king. Be the royal person. Okay? Like, That's all you gotta do. And whatever you do, do not get up where it's stuck, okay? I'm out. See you tomorrow.